If you could choose fame or fortune, which would it be? Many people would choose fame except those who've experienced fame firsthand. Giving up your privacy and having your every move documented in the press can take its toll, especially on young, vibrant child actors or those that haven't been in the business for decades. Fortunately for most of these celebrities, they were able to acquire their fortune through fame before ditching the latter and leading somewhat normal lives out of the spotlight. Right now, I'm counting down the top 10 celebrities that left Hollywood to live normal lives, here for you on IO. What's gravy, fam jam, little peanut butter and jelly jamages? This is IO, I'm Charlotte. On this channel we do the news, we spill the tea, we top the 10 and eat potato. Subscribe for a different take on the news and follow the IO team on social media. Let's slide right on in here at number 10, Freddie Prinze Jr. This former heartthrob, now married to former co-star Sarah Michelle Gellar, was the face of the 90s and most teen magazines to boot. I don't think it was possible to go to like a newsstand and not see Freddie Prinze Jr.'s face on it back then. Prinze Jr., whose father is also famous, originally wanted to do culinary school, but ended up landing major roles in movies instead. By 2002 he then married Gellar, and they both experienced the ups and downs of the industry together. Prinze Jr. made a brief comeback by co-starring with his wife in Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2: Monsters Unleashed, both of which were huge hits and cemented the pair's legacy in film. Since then, Prinze Jr. has essentially traded his movie career for family time. Sarah Michelle Gellar gave birth to a daughter in 2009 and a son in 2012, and he hasn't really appeared on the big screen since 2008. He's published a couple of cookbooks since then, and him and his wife have successfully stepped out of the spotlight, but he still works as a producer and a voiceover actor from time to time. At number 9 on this list we have Jeff Cohen. If you don't remember the classic cult film The Goonies, take some time to watch it. It's a good movie. It's a good movie, I promise you, it's great. Chunk, one of the more memorable characters in The Goonies, is still famous for that role, although he was a prominent child star in the 80s, appearing in several TV shows and even voicing roles for Scooby-Doo. As an adult, Jeff Cohen has removed himself from the limelight and focused on his career as an entertainment lawyer and partner of a firm in LA. But that doesn't mean he's necessarily chosen a less lucrative career. Lawyers may not be big names most of the time, but they can make a pretty penny without all the press attention. At number 8 on our list we have Frankie Muniz. Frankie decided to take a different route from his co-stars like Bryan Cranston, who famously became Walter White and left Hollywood to pursue another really cool career path. He ended up becoming a race car driver, and a pretty good one actually. In 2006 he joined Jensen Motorsport as a race car driver, and according to People, completed the Champ Car World Series. He also made his way to the highly televised Las Vegas Grand Prix. According to People, the actor has endured several concussions from competing in the dangerous sport, and then in 2009 he suffered a serious car crash. This ultimately led to 2 mini strokes, one in 2009 and one in 2012. As a result, he's experiencing crippling memory loss. But his mom and fiancée Paige Price work with him to help remember his past life events and to stay positive. Frankie said that he would go back to acting for a Malcolm in the Middle reboot, and he starred on Dancing with the Stars a few seasons back. But it's been generally quiet in Hollywood for Frankie Muniz. Coming in hot at lucky number 7 we have Dylan Sprouse, who I have actually seen in person this one time when I was in New York, and I was like, ah, there he is. I waved at him and he waved back. Both Dylan and Cole Sprouse stepped away from acting following their starring roles as Zack and Cody Martin on the Disney Channel's franchise The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. While Cole eventually returned to the small screen with a starring role in the CW's Riverdale, Dylan has made a life off-screen as the co-founder of New York's All Wise Meadery. Dylan also took a break from acting to attend New York University from 2011 to 2015, where he studied video game design. In an interview with Vanity Fair in 2018, Dylan stated, "After graduating, I realized that it's something I really loved doing, and it was also a big business opportunity. I was thinking about ways to invest my money, and I thought, well, if there's anything to invest your money in, alcohol's not a bad thing to invest in." Yeah, see, meadery is beer. Yeah, he makes a good point. I mean, there's always gonna be people who drink beer, right? I drink beer, you drink beer. Dylan occasionally makes short indie films, probably just because he thinks it's fun, but he's ditched Hollywood in favor of bringing mead back to the masses. At number 6 we're bringing you Taylor Momsen. You know you loved it, XOXO Gossip Girl character and former child star Taylor Momsen began her transition out of Hollywood while she was still a series regular on the CW's teen soap Gossip Girl, which explains why Lil J suddenly started looking like Gwen Stefani. Taylor formally announced that she quit acting in 2011 to focus on her punk rock career with her band The Pretty Reckless. 9 years later, in 2020, The Pretty Reckless are still rocking on and preparing for the release of their 4th album. True to her word, Taylor has not returned to acting in any capacity. Momsen started modeling at age 2 and landed her first big commercial for Shake and Bake at age 3. Wow, that makes me feel like I haven't done enough in life. Damn it. She continued to act throughout her childhood and starred as Cindy Lou Who in the 2000 film How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Momsen told the Daily Beast in 2014, "When I got to a place where I realized I was in control of my own life and I had found the right band and everything was coming to fruition, it wasn't even a question. I was going to quit my day job. I came to set every day with a fucking guitar, but I'm very lucky that the producers were nice enough to write me out, allow me to tour and pursue my passion because they very could have easily told me to go fuck myself and keep me on the show." We are at the halfway point on this list. At number 5 we have Jack Gleeson. Jack Gleeson is best known for his role as Joffrey Baratheon on HBO's Game of Thrones. After his character was killed off, he decided to step away from the spotlight at the age of 21 so he could pursue his education. Gleeson told Entertainment Weekly he had been acting since he was 8 years old and that acting isn't what he wants to do long term. He said acting was just a hobby for him. Gleeson went on to complete his studies in theology and philosophy. The Herald Sun reported he now works with a small theater company. For Gleeson, money truly isn't everything, he told the Irish Independent. "I'm happy to sacrifice a big paycheck for my happiness, if that's not too corny a thing to say. It's probably more naive than mature to say that, maybe, but that's how I feel." To be fair though, once you have an estimated net worth of $8 million at the tender age of 21, you're probably financially secure enough to pursue just like any career you want at that point. We don't care about money when we already have money. At number 4, Karyn Parsons. Karyn Parsons is another star you've likely seen on those popular 80s and 90s shows. She's a former star of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. From 1990 to 1996, Karyn Parsons played the eldest Banks sibling who, much like the shopping mall she loved to frequent, lives squarely in a void of shallow consumerism. Hilary Banks was the Gordon Gekko of Rodeo Drive and represented an American dream in which even a privileged, valley-adjacent girl with no common sense could stumble into a career as a national talk show host. But in 1996, after 6 seasons and 148 episodes, NBC cancelled The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and the close-knit cast went their separate ways. Parsons carved out her own opportunity in the form of a feminist sitcom called Lush Life that she co-created, produced, and starred in with pal Lori Petty. But the series premiered to dismal reviews, mostly from male critics, in September of 1996, and after just 4 episodes aired, Fox pulled the plug on the show. She moved on to non-profit work after that, and she founded Sweet Blackberry, a non-profit focused on teaching children about Black history. 14 years later, Sweet Blackberry has grown from a passion project into a thriving organization with a series of animated short films available on DVD and Netflix, narrated by the likes of Alfre Woodard, Chris Rock, and Queen Latifah. Parsons also added children's novelist to her extensive resume. Her first book, How High the Moon, came out this March and tells the story of a light-skinned black girl growing up in the Jim Crow era South. At number 3 we have Kevin Jonas. You might hear the name the Jonas Brothers and still think about the band and its members as being super famous still, but although Kevin Jonas rose to stardom during his time as a performer with his brothers, after the band broke up in 2013, Jonas focused on creating apps and other business ventures with his fortune from Joe Bro days. He created an app called Youd, which displays nearby restaurants serving the type of food you pick from the menu. It also features the restaurant's Yelp rating and phone number so you conveniently place an order. One that he's been thoroughly invested in has been Jonas Werner. It's a real estate development and construction company that he established soon after the breakup of the band. He even went on and sold a house that he custom made for just above $2 million. In addition, Kevin is the co-CEO of The Blue Market. It's a business venture mainly focused on communications and pushing them to actively be visible in social media to gain a following. So far it has over 200 million followers from both advertisers and influencers. The company went on to partner with We Heart It, which is a video sharing app with the goal of increasing the number of followers that it currently has. That is a little entrepreneur over there, little Jonas entrepreneur. Next on this list at number 2, Nikki Blonsky. Nikki Blonsky's Hollywood breakthrough could easily be mistaken for the plot of a movie. In 2007, she was scooping ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery when she learned that she'd been cast as Tracy Turnblad in the cinematic reboot of Hairspray. Blonsky's career has experienced a few lulls in the past decade, but the singer-slash-actor is still out there hustling. Over the years, as Blonsky's acting roles have become fewer and farther between, rumors have circulated from time to time about her alternative employment. One that gained popular traction was the idea that Blonsky had begun working at a real hair salon. The rumor was bolstered by a picture that surfaced which appeared to show Blonsky sweeping in a salon. But the truth kind of remains murky at best. In December of 2011, the star tweeted, "It's true, I'm working at Superstar Salon as a makeup artist and more. I'm proud to be working and helping pay my bills, but I never lose sight of my dreams." She immediately followed that tweet with another to the same effect saying, "Just because I'm part-time working doesn't mean I'm going to give up on my dreams. Don't give up on yours. I might book something big soon. Keep positive." Sounds like she's still pining for a career in Hollywood, but she's not living in the spotlight anymore. And the moment you have all been waiting for. At number 1, Cameron Diaz. After Cameron Diaz appeared in the 2014 film Annie, she seemingly kinda disappeared from Hollywood, which is so weird because I didn't realize that she did disappear from Hollywood, but I guess she kinda did. She's now explaining why. She told InStyle magazines, "I started experiencing fame when I was 22, so 25 years ago, that is a long time. The way I look at it is that I've given more than half of my life to the public, and I feel it's okay for me to take time for myself now to reorganize and choose how I want to come back into the world, if I decide to. I don't miss performing." Cameron Diaz first burst onto the Hollywood scene when she started in 1994's The Mask opposite Jim Carrey. Diaz enjoyed a 20-year career with plenty of iconic hits, including 1997's My Best Friend's Wedding, 1998's There's Something About Mary, and 2001's Vanilla Sky, just to name a few. Diaz has also been enjoying married life. She tied the knot with good Charlotte musician Benji Madden, and he's now 40 years old. The couple live a quiet life away from the spotlight and are rarely seen. And you know what? I think they're probably happy. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Honestly, I can totally understand why someone would want to live a normal life. Being in the spotlight is like I don't even have what these celebrities have, and sometimes it's just so exhausting, you know? It just sucks being a celebrity. No, not saying that I am one, but I can get it. I can get how it would be daunting after, 20 years of just constantly, that's what you're doing. You're giving your life to the public when you're a celebrity, rather than living it for yourself. Alright, that's my 2 cents. For now, I'm gonna wrap up this one with some quick comments. These were from my video Rose Exposes Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. Catherine's the Unicorn said, "I was like, I know that voice. Yes, it's Charlotte." Hello. Hello, it's me. Hello. Cold Blooded said, "I'm getting hypnotized by the background. I love it. Can we keep it?" I think probably. I'll let the editors know. Annie said, "He had it coming. He had it coming. He only's got himself to blame." And that's all I got. Yeah, he did. Big Ed had it coming, and he does only have himself to blame, so there you go. That's it for me. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'll see you guys next time.